Hey everyone, this is Isaac, and welcome back to another Premiere Pro tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add reverb to your audio, what it does, the different types of reverb effects, and how to adjust the settings to make your sound more natural or dramatic. Let's get started. Reverb is the echo or space you hear when sound bounces around a room. Adding reverb makes your audio sound like it's recorded in a bigger or more realistic environment, like a hall, studio, or church, instead of completely dry or flat. To add reverb, go to your effects panel, go to the audio effects folder, and in the reverb folder you have three reverb effects. You have convolution reverb, studio reverb, and surround reverb. Just drag the one you want on your audio clip in the timeline. Before we go through the three types of reverb, let's hear what our audio sounds without the reverb. Now let's go through what each one does. Convolution reverb. This one uses real recorded spaces like actual rooms or halls to simulate natural reverb. It's the most realistic and great for film or ambient sound design. Studio reverb. This is a digital reverb effect that gives you tons of control over how the space sounds. Perfect for vocals, music, or podcasts. It's what I use the most because it's flexible and lightweight. Surround reverb. This one is designed for multi-channel audio or surround sound projects. You won't usually need it unless you're mixing for a big studio setup or a 5.1 environment. After adding the reverb effect that you want, if you want more control over it, in the effects panel, you can find more settings under the individual parameter settings. The first thing you see is low and high frequency settings. These control which parts of the sound the reverb affects. You can limit it to just low or high frequencies to make the reverb sound darker or brighter. Width. This adjusts how wide the reverb feels in the stereo. A high width makes the sound feel more spacious and surround-like, while lower values keep it centered. Diffusion controls how smooth or scattered the reverb tail is. High diffusion sounds soft and blended, while low diffusion gives you more distinct echo-like reflections. If you want to hear how your audio clips sounded before, without changing all the settings back to their default ones, you can click the bypass button, which bypasses all the effects so you can hear the changes that you actually made. Damping reduces high frequencies over time, making the reverb sound warmer and less sharp, like sound fading in a carpet room instead of a tiled one. Decay. This is how long the reverb lasts before fading out. Short decay feels like a small room. Long decay feels like a big hall or cathedral. Early reflections. These are the first quick echoes that bounce back before the main reverb tail. They add a sense of space and help define how close or far the sound feels. And lastly, we have the dry and wet output. The dry output is your original audio level without any reverb. Keep this up if you still want your clean sound to come through. And the wet output controls the volume of the reverb effect itself. Blending your dry and wet output gives the most natural sounding mix. That's it for this video. If you found this video useful, subscribe for more tutorials like this one. Check the description below for the links of all my socials, and if you have any questions or future video requests, leave them down in the comments below.